Édouard Marie Herriot was a French radical politician of the Third Republic who served 3 times as Prime Minister and for many years as President of the Chamber of Deputies. He was leader of the first Cartel des Gauches. Herriot was born at Troyes, France on 5 July 1872. He served as Mayor of Lyon from 1905 until his death, except for a brief period from 1942 to 1945, when he was exiled to Germany for opposing the Vichy regime. As mayor, Herriot improved relations between municipal government and local unions, increased public assistance funds, and launched an urban renewal program, amongst other measures. He died in Lyon on 26 March 1957. He is buried at the Cimetière des Lawyers. Herriot's first ministry, 14 June 1924 to 17 April 1925. Édouard Herriot, President of the Council and Minister of Foreign Affairs. Charles Nollet, Minister of War. Camille Chaudhom, Minister of the Interior. Étienne Clémentel, Minister of Finance. Justin Godart, Minister of Labour, Hygiene, Welfare Work, and Social Security Provisions. René Renault, Minister of Justice. Jacques-Louis Duménil, Minister of Marine. François Albert, Minister of Public Instruction and Fine Arts. Édouard Herriot d'Équité Beauvier-Lapierre, Minister of Pensions. Henry Cule, Minister of Agriculture. Édouard Daladier, Minister of Colonies. Victor Pétrel, Minister of Public Works. Eugène Reynaldi, Minister of Commerce and Industry. Victor Dalbys, Minister of Liberated Regions. Changes 3 April 1925 and Nathalie de Monzy succeeds Clémentel as Minister of Finance. Herriot's second ministry, 19 to 23 July 1926. Édouard Herriot, President of the Council and Minister of Foreign Affairs. Paul Painlevé, Minister of War. Camille Chaudhom, Minister of the Interior. Nathalie de Monzy, Minister of Finance. Louis Pasquier, Minister of Labour, Hygiene, Welfare Work, and Social Security Provisions. Maurice Colrat, Minister of Justice. René Renault, Minister of Marine. Édouard Daladier, Minister of Public Instruction and Fine Arts. Georges Bonnet, Minister of Pensions. Henry Cule, Minister of Agriculture. Adrien Dariac, Minister of Colonies. Léandre Hest, Minister of Public Works. Louise Lucher, Minister of Commerce and Industry. Herriot's third ministry, 3 June – 18 December 1932. Édouard Herriot, President of the Council and Minister of Foreign Affairs. Joseph-Paul Boncourt, Minister of War. Camille Chaudhom, Minister of the Interior. Louise Germain Martin, Minister of Finance. Maurice Parmade, Minister of Budget. Albert Dalamier, Minister of Labour and Social Security Provisions. René Renault, Minister of Justice. Georges Ligue, Minister of Marine. Elia Couto-Enmeyer, Minister of Merchant Marine. Paul Painlevé, Minister of Air. Nathalie de Monzy, Minister of National Education. Amy Acute-Batod, Minister of Pensions. Abel Gardy, Minister of Agriculture. Albert Sarraud, Minister of Colonies. Édouard Daladier, Minister of Public Works. Justin Godart, Minister of Public Health. Henry Cule, Minister of Posts, Telegraphs, and Telephones. Julien Durand, Minister of Commerce and Industry. Denial of the Holodomor. The height of denial of the Holodomor was reached during a visit to Ukraine carried out between 26 August and 9 September 1933 by Herriot, who had recently left the French Prime Ministry. Herriot denied accounts of the famine and said that Soviet Ukraine was like a garden in full bloom. Furthermore, he announced to the press that there was no famine in Ukraine, that he did not see any trace of hunger, and that the allegations of starving millions were being spread by adversaries of the Soviet Union. When one believes that the Ukraine is devastated by famine, allow me to shrug my shoulders, he declared. The 13th of September 1933 issue of Pravda was able to write that Herriot categorically contradicted the lies of the bourgeoisie press in connection with a famine in the USSR political career. Governmental functions presided at the Council of Ministers, 1924–1925, 19–21 July 1926, June to December 1932. Minister of Transport, Public Works and Supply, 1916–1917. Minister of Education and Fine Arts, 1926–1928. Minister of Foreign Affairs, 1924–1925, 19–21 July 1926, June to December 1932. Minister of State, 1934–1936. Electoral mandates. National Assembly of France. President of the National Assembly of France, 1947–1954. Member of the National Assembly of France for Rhône, 1946–1957. Elected in 1946, re-elected in 1951–1956. Constitutional Assembly, member of the Constitutional Assembly for Rhône, 1945–1946. Elected in 1945, re-elected in June 1946. Chamber of Deputies of France, President of the Chamber of Deputies of France, 1925–1926, 1936–1940. Member of the Chamber of Deputies of France for Rhône, 1919–1942. Elected in 1919, re-elected in 1924, 1928, 1932, 1936. Senate of France. Senator of Rhône, 1912–1919. Elected in 1911. General Council, General Councillor of Rhône, 1945–1951. Municipal Council. Mayor of Lyon, 1905–1942, 1945–1957. Re-elected in 1908, 1912, 1919, 1925, 1929, 1935, 1945, 1947, 1953. Municipal Councillor of Lyon, 1904–1942, 1945–1957. Re-elected in 1908, 1912, 1919, 1925, 1929, 1935, 1945, 1947, 1953. Political functions. President of the Radical Party, 1919–1926, 1931–1936, 1948–1953, 1955–1957. Trivia. Herriot was declared an honorary citizen of the city of Veliky-Bekrik in 1933. There is also a street with his name in Zrenjanin.